Stop paying for 10 tools that don't talk to each other. If your business runs on a spreadsheet holding 5 subscriptions together, that's not a stack anymore. It's a tax. I'm Corey, founder of Neuron. Let me show you when to replace the tape with one app you own, what it actually costs, and what you get to keep. How many tools does your business actually run on right now? 5, 8, a spreadsheet holding the whole thing together with tape? There's a point where that stack stops being convenient and starts being a tax, and most businesses cross that line without ever noticing. I'll walk you through the 7 signs you've crossed it, the real cost of duct tape once you count the hidden parts, and exactly what replaces it, and what that costs, and what you own at the end. Let's start with the signs, because most businesses don't decide to duct tape their stack. It happens one subscription at a time, until one day the whole operation depends on a spreadsheet nobody trusts. Sign 1, you have a spreadsheet that holds the system together. Somewhere there's a sheet that rekeys data between tools, and if it broke, your operation would stall. Sign 2, you're paying for overlapping tools to cover one process, 2 or 3 subscriptions, that each do a slice of the same job. Sign 5, you're routing around the tools instead of using them, workarounds, manual exports, just email it to me. Sign 6, you've evaluated the category and nothing off the shelf fits. Every option is 70% right in a way that costs you daily. And sign 7, the quiet one, you're paying forever and owning nothing. 1 or 2 of these is normal, not worth acting on. But when 4 or more describe the same workflow, that workflow has outgrown the stack, and it's a candidate to become one app you own. So why does this even matter? Because the true cost of a duct tape stack is invisible on the invoice. The monthly fees are easy to see and easy to rationalize. Each one looks small. The expensive part is everything the fees don't show. Cost 1, the stack subscriptions themselves, several seats across several tools, billed every month whether you fully use them or not, trending up as vendors raise prices. Cost 2, the labor to glue them together, real payroll spent exporting, importing, and reconciling data between tools that don't talk to each other. Cost 3 is the error tax. Manual rekeying produces mistakes, a wrong number, a missed record, a customer who falls through a gap between 2 systems, and each one costs time to find and trust to repair. Cost 4 is fragility risk. When the system depends on a chain of integrations, any link can break, a vendor changes an API, deprecates a feature, or raises a price, and your system stops working until someone patches it. And cost 5 is the biggest one, the ownership gap. After years of paying, you own nothing, no code, no asset, nothing to hand off or take to another developer. Add those up and the comparison flips. A custom app is a one-time fixed cost that ends. The duct tape stack is an open-ended cost that never does. For a process central to your business, owning is usually the cheaper number, not the more expensive one. That doesn't mean rip out every tool you have. Build versus buy isn't ideology. It's 4 practical questions about one specific workflow, the one you're worried about. Question 1, does an off-the-shelf product genuinely fit? If a real product does the job at a fair price, buy it. Building would be a vanity project. Question 2, is this workflow core to how you make money? Custom is worth it at the center of your business, not on the edges. Question 3, are you already paying to approximate it? If you run several subscriptions plus manual labor to fake one app, you're already paying custom build prices just on a meter that never stops. Question 4, will you still be running this in 2 years? Durable workflows justify ownership. The honest answer for most tools is still buy, keep your CRM, your accounting, your email. This is a filter to find the rare workflow where the answers point the other way, and that's the one to replace. When a workflow clears that filter, the answer is rarely 10 tools, better integrated. It's one app shaped around the process that absorbs the jobs the stack was faking. Here are the 4 kinds we build most. Build 1, internal tools and operation systems, the single most common replacement. A team running its core process out of a shared spreadsheet becomes one system built around your real workflow, your roles, and your rules. Build 2, customer portals. When clients interact with you through a patchwork of forms, email threads, and a billing tool, a custom portal gives them one branded place to log in, see their status, and pay, and gives you one clean record instead of 5 scattered ones. Build 3, Dashboards and data pipelines. If answering how are we doing means exporting from 3 tools into a spreadsheet someone rebuilds every Monday, that's a dashboard waiting to be built, one live view that's always right. And build 4, AI assistants and copilots, wired into your own data and rules to draft, summarize, classify, and answer inside your workflow, not a generic chatbot bolted on the side. We build the AI in only where it earns its place. Here's the part that makes this the structural opposite of a SaaS stack, not just one tool instead of many. It's ownership. A subscription is a tenancy. You pay to use software someone else controls, and you stop having it the moment you stop paying. A custom build is a purchase. When the app ships, you get the full source code and the repository, every line in your own Git repo, plus environment and deploy configuration and setup docs. Not a hosted account you log into, the actual code that runs your business. Rent produces a recurring bill and no equity. A build produces a one-time bill and an asset you control, and the same discipline that makes the app trustworthy makes it safe to own. A senior engineer reviews every change and runs a dedicated security pass before anything goes live. So, what does replacing your most expensive piece of tape actually involve? Custom software sounds like a 6-month agency project. It isn't when it's scoped to replace one workflow. 4 steps, fixed price, a human accountable for every line. Step 1, describe and scope, a short call, no spec or wireframes required from you. Step 2, architect. A senior engineer designs the data model, auth, and stack, so 10 duct tape tools collapse into one coherent design. Step 3, build and review every line. Our Neuron engine drafts the code fast, and a senior engineer reviews every change and runs a dedicated security pass before anything ships. Veracode's 2025 Gen AI Code Security Report found that 45% of AI-generated code contains security flaws. Human review of every line is exactly how we keep that out of your app. Step 4, deploy and hand over a working app plus the full source, the Git repo, deploy config and docs. It's live, it's yours, and you can run or change it however you like. And the pricing is plain text, stated before any work begins. Larger multi-feature builds, multiple roles, integrations like Stripe, QuickBooks, or a CRM are the scale tier from a fixed $15,000 scoped per project. Ongoing changes are optional. Care at $1,000 a month, pause or cancel anytime, and you keep the code either way. And the guarantee is what makes the fixed price safe to commit to. It's milestone based. If we don't ship a working first version of what we scope together, you don't pay the final milestone. We carry the delivery risk, not you. Once you see this framework, it's tempting to want to replace everything at once. Don't. Businesses that try to consolidate their whole stack in one project overwhelm their team and stall. The ones that win do the opposite. Find your most expensive piece of tape, the one workflow that fits the build vs buy filter hardest. Core to your business, ill-fitting for every product, already costing you subscriptions plus labor, and not going anywhere. Replace that one piece first, one workflow, one app, one clean win you can measure. Then, prove the number before you decide what's next. Watch what it saves, hours returned, errors gone, subscriptions canceled, for a real stretch. Let that result, not enthusiasm, tell you whether there's a second piece worth replacing. A few of the questions people ask most answered straight. Isn't building custom software far more expensive than subscriptions? A custom build is a one-time fixed cost. Subscriptions are forever. A launch build starts at a fixed $6,500 for a working first version in about 2 weeks, and you own the code with no ongoing license. Do I actually own the custom app, or am I locked in like with SaaS? You own 100% of the code and the repository outright, the full source, the Git repo, environment, and deploy configuration, and setup docs at delivery. No license, no lock-in. How do I know you can actually build it? We point to shipped software, not promises. 4 real products run on the same Neuron engine and the same senior review discipline a client build gets. Neuron Academy, Spa Owner HQ, Top Builder AI, and Job Scout. So here's the one rule that beats any feature comparison. Find your most expensive piece of tape, replace that one piece first, and prove the number before you touch anything else. We've shipped 4 real products this way: Neuron Academy, Spa Owner HQ, Top Builder AI, and Job Scout. Tell us the workflow you're holding together with subscriptions and a spreadsheet, and we'll scope it and quote a fixed price. A real reply from the people who'll build it, usually within one business day. The full framework and plain text pricing are at neuronhq.com. Picture life after the system. Every call answered, every lead booked, and your team finally free for the work only people can do. That's Neuron. Let's build yours.